Shalom Aleichem. Peace be unto thee. I am Messenger Daniel. This is in the name of Yahweh. Welcome back, Yahushua Ministries. Invite you to listen to WAVS 1170 AM every Wednesday morning from 5 to 6 and every Saturday morning from 4 to 5:30. Shalom Aleichem.
Tekiah Shvarim Trua Tekiah Gdola
Not one tittle shall be removed from Torah, says Yeshua. Not one tittle shall be removed from Torah, says Yeshua. Not one tittle shall be removed from Torah, says Yeshua. Not one tittle shall be removed from Torah, says Yeshua. Yahweh, Yeshua, Yisrael, Yehuda, Yehudim, Ephraim, Melo, 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 Hagoyim.
Give away, and the last thing on your mind today, it always goes to those who don't deserve. It's the opposite of how you feel when the pain they caused is just too real. Takes everything you have to say the word forgiveness. Forgiveness. In the face of all your pride, it moves away the mad inside. It's always anger's own worst enemy. Even when the jury and the judge say you got a right to hold a grudge, it's the whisper in your ear saying set it free. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. It'll clear the bitterness away. It can even set a prisoner free. There is no end to what its power can do. So let it go and be amazed by what you see through eyes of grace. The prisoner that it really frees is you. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. To
When I went to the crime scene to pray, I was preach love, unity. Let's show the community we love one another by share the pain and sufferings. You know what happened? I was preach love because of Yahweh love is in me. It's not easy. But if Yahweh is with you, that the Spirit of Yahweh is with you, you can do it. If Messiah Yeshua do it, if you are an imitator of Yeshua, if Yeshua leave an example for me, for you, you can do it too, my friend. I've been through it. Must do it. Even the officers who was there at the crime scene, when they come to me, they embrace me, they say, I hope there's one more leader like you who can preach love and put the community together instead of to divide them, to retaliate or to do anything. I have to thank Yahweh for His Spirit, for the power of forgiveness. He gave it to me to forgive. When you say a young little boy just coming to, they just coming, get bloody ambition to be somebody, and somebody take his life. It's not because he goes to steal somebody or go sell drugs or cocaine whatsoever. No. One of them go to see his son. Hey, that's ended his day. One of them drive his bicycle on the Sabbath day again. All those two incidents happened on the Sabbath day. But it is by the will of Yahweh. Let Yahweh will be done on earth as it is. Because I believe there is no accident. I believe there is no coincidence. Because Abba Yahweh even create somebody, He already knows how many days you're going to do. If Yahweh want to cut His short life, hey, He cut His short life. But may the name of Yahweh must be praised. When we take the book of 2 Thessalonians 2 chapter verse 13, and as for you brothers and sisters, never tired of doing what is good. As for you brothers and sisters, never tired to do what is good. What is good? Forgive one another. Love one another. Verse 14, take a special note to anyone who refuses to obey what we say in this letter. Stay away from them, so they will be ashamed. If anyone don't want to listen to the word of Yahweh, stay away from them, because they will be ashamed. Colossians 2 chapter verse 12. Therefore, as Yahweh choosing people, set apart, and dearly friends, dearly love, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Therefore, as Yahweh choosing people, set apart, and dearly loves, clothe yourself with compassion, mercy, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Colossians 3 chapter verse 13. Make allowance with each other and forgive one another who are offended you. Remember, Yahweh forgive you, so you must forgive others. When we take the book of Mark 6 chapter verse 12, and forgive us our sins as we have to forgive those who sin against us. forgive us our debt. As we promise Yahweh to forgive those who are sin against us. And don't let us yield to temptation, but rescue us from the evil of this world. For if you forgive others people when they sin against you, your Father Yahweh will also forgive you. Verse 15, but if you refuse, the key word is refuse, to forgive others their sins, Father Yahweh, your Father, will not forgive your sins. My friend, a lot of people thinking they can only receive without giving. In order for you to receive, you must also give it. You cannot accept it, take it without giving. It's a two-way street. You promise Yahweh to forgive you, as you're going to forgive those who are trespassing against you. My friend, there is nothing easy in life. Forgiveness is not easy. But if you are a servant of Yahweh, you are a chosen one, you believe in Yahweh, it is a must to forgive and forget. Just like we are living in a society, we all make mistakes. But when the rich people make mistakes, stealing something, they say, oh, you make mistakes. They give a slap in their hand and they let them go. But when a poor people make a mistake, not even they pay the price for their mistakes. The government put a yoke in their neck for the rest of their lives. This is wrong. We all make mistakes. We all living in a society is nothing but evil. Why, when a young make mistakes, he pay the price for his mistakes? Why, when he get changed, he cannot find a good job? You get a record letter and his name is a criminal when it's a mistake and he pay for the time. All the government is nothing but evil. They kill every day, they commit all kind of abomination against Yahweh, but yet, Yahweh do not put any labor on their head yet. Yahweh do not put any yoke in their neck. But when a poor person makes mistakes, they put that record as a yoke, as a burden for that person's life forever. Without mercy, without compassion. This generation, the government is nothing but evil beings. That's why they have no mercy, no love, and no compassion for whatsoever you are. When you have the money, you have everything. But when you have the money, you have nothing. And they say justice for all. That's not true. Justice for only some. If you get money, you get justice. But if you don't have the money, you don't have no justice. But Yahweh don't need your money. You don't have to have the money for Yahweh to have mercy upon you. Only acknowledge. If person do the crime, he pay the time, he should go free. Without no records. Without no yoke in his neck. When we take the book of Mark, the book of Matthew 5, chapter verse 7, Mr. Yeshua said, blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Blessed are the merciful, for Yahweh will show that person mercy. If you show mercy to a fellow human, Yahweh will also show mercy on you. When Mr. Yeshua said, blessed are the merciful, what happened of those who do not have a merciful upon the others? Curse are those who refuse to have a mercy upon others. Matthew 7 chapter verse 2. For with the same judgment you pronounce it, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. Do the people know about that, my friends? For with the same judgment you pronounce it, you will be judging, and with the measure you use, it will also measure to you. Matthew 18 chapter verse 35. That is how your Father Yahweh will treat each of you, unless you forgive your brothers from their sin with all your mind. If you not, Abba Yahweh will treat you the same way. If you treat a person bad, don't expect Abba Yahweh going to treat you good. That is all Yahweh your Father will treat you, each of you, unless you forgive your brothers from your heart, from your mind, not in your lips, but from inside, not from the outside. Unless you forgive your brothers from your mind, because it's the mind, it's not the heart. But I say both. Choose the one to make you more comfortable, my friend. When we take the book of Mark 11 chapter verse 25, and when you stand to pray, listen carefully, my friend. When you stand to pray, if you hold anything against another, forgive it, so that your Father is in paradise will forgive your trespassing as well. If you pray to Abba Yahweh, you get a grudge, or you get something against somebody, don't expect Abba Yahweh going to listen to you, my friend. Abba Yahweh is not going to listen to your prayer. Even if you're going to offer something, if you know you get something against your brother, put that thing back, go back to your brother and reconcile with your brother, and Yahweh will receive that gift. But if you have something against somebody, and you think you're going to be pray to Abba Yahweh will not going to be answer you. Whatever the offering, whatever what you give it to Abba Yahweh, you wasting your time. Because Abba Yahweh will not going to listen to you. You don't need anything to do with you, my friend. If you not forgive others, Abba Yahweh will not going to forgive you. Do not judge, as you will not be judging. Do not condemn, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. Do not judge, and you will not be judged. Do not condemn, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will forgive. Proverbs 21 chapter verse 13. Those who shut their ear to the cry of the poor, those who sin against them, will be ignored in their own need when they call Yahweh. Those who shut their ear, their mind, to the cries of the poor, those who teach against you, Yahweh will be ignore them in their own time of need. If you ignore those who trespass against you, don't think Abba Yahweh is going to listen to you when you are in trouble. Because when that person was in trouble, you don't have to listen to that person. So if you don't have compassion upon this person, Abba Yahweh will not going to have a compassion and mercy upon you. My friend, stop by living for the past. Live for the future. Whatever happened, it was a mistake. We all make a mistake. But that don't mean you have to take that mistake and to make that person look as a bad person when that person doing everything good. But for one mistake, you take that against anyone. That's the same thing if you have a friend or if you have the loved one, you have anything. You keep on give and give and give and give. One day, You tell that person, I don't have. That person forgive all the good times, all the year you've been given. For one day, you say, I can't. That person take that one day, crucify you for the rest of your life. Forget all the other years you've been doing good. That's the same thing we have to do too, my friend. Don't forget all the good days, all those good things happen because of one time, one mistake. One time. How many years that person was been doing good? How long that person was been faithful with you? How long that person was in love with you, sacrifice themselves to do anything for you? But for one mistake, and you try to crucify that person for all the good that person was doing, you forget all the good days, all the good days, and you forget that, and you take only one day, because the devil was there, was present, use that person and make a mistake. My friend, it's a time, I beg you, in Yahweh's name, if you love Yahweh, it is a must to forgive one another. Because Yahweh is love. Whoever said they know Yahweh, but hate his brother, is not conform Yahweh, conform of devil. Because whoever conform Yahweh must love one another. That's why Messiah Yeshua say, a new command I give it to you, that you love one another. If Messiah Yeshua say in Proverbs 21 chapter verse 13, whoever showed their ear to the cry of the poor will also cry out and not be answered. If somebody beg, crying you for help, crying for forgiveness, and you are refused to forgive that person, when you are in trouble, in the day of need, Abba Yahweh will have mercy and compassion over you also. You must have a compassion and mercy over one another. Just like Abba Yahweh give me the power and the authority to have a love and compassion and mercy toward those who hate me. They hurt me. But in reality, they don't hurt me, they hurt themselves. Just like those who think they hurt Yahweh, they don't hurt Yahweh, you hurt yourself. That's the reason why Messiah has the power of forgiveness. Father, Father, forgive them, because they do not know what they are doing. That's the key. They do not know. A person can make a mistake, but that does not mean the person is a bad person. The devil can use. There's a people sometimes, they say that person was a good person, that person never do anything wrong. Suddenly that person you hear on the national television, that person commit a crime. When everybody say that person was a very good person, very nice person, very thing, and suddenly boom. What happened? That person leave the door open for 1 minute. That's what the devil wants. Only 1 minute to destroy you. And that's why you're looking for. That's why he come in. To kill, destroy, and to steal. And the devil don't like when people love one another anyway. So he was going to always try to make a confusions, distractions, a fight, blood. That's the thing he wants to date. But you know what? When somebody loves one another. So if Yahweh has the power to forgive us, if we don't have that same power, we have to ask Yahweh, pray Yahweh. Because everything you ask for the will of Yahweh, you must be receive it. If you do not receive it, something is wrong with you. Because Yahweh is Yahweh of merciful. Is Yahweh of love. Let's go to the scripture to see my friend. Because I've been through a lot of things in my life. Don't think because I'm messenger of Yahweh, everything are easy for me. They are not. Because I'm a witness to my own self. When my nephew and my grandnephew gone down on the Sabbath day, I have to go and to preach love, unity, and compassion, not retaliations. I was not angry. If it's by the will of Yahweh, let Yahweh will be done on earth as it is right now in paradise. When we take the book of Mark 11, chapter verse 26, but if you do not forgive, neither will your Father Yahweh, who is in paradise, forgive your transgressions also. It's a must. Because we're all human. That's the reason why there is tomorrow. Yesterday is gone. It's gone. Don't live for tomorrow. Don't live for yesterday. Live for tomorrow. Because yesterday is gone. When yesterday is gone, there is nothing you can do. When you drive, where your eyes supposed to be? On the view mirror, or should be look forward you? The prize is not behind you, my friend. You're going to get lost. Every time you turn back, it's a loss for you, because that's the time the devil wants you to live in guilt. He wants to always bring something in order for you to make you angry. But Abba always say, don't let the sun go down without reconciling with your fellow brothers. Don't let the sun go down. Why? Do not go sleep. Because when you sleep with anger, you sleep with something in your heart. Yahweh's spirit is not with you. So you sleep with this evil spirit. So you cannot be in peace. Because you have something inside of you who bother you. If you want to be in peace, it is a must to forgive and forget, just like Abba Yahweh also forgive. I will forgive you and remember your sins no more. Abba Yahweh will never take anything to pass against us if we repent. Just like Messiah Yeshua, Peter was coming to Messiah Yeshua asking, Master, how many times do I have to forgive my brother? Up to 7 times? Messiah Yeshua said, Peter, I do not tell you 7 times. I tell you 70 times, 7 times. For if your brothers and sisters sin against you 7 times in one day, and coming back to you 7 times, say, please, I'm sinning against you. Forgive me. That person acknowledge their wrongdoing. You must forgive that person. if Yahweh has the power to forgive King David and call King David was a man in my heart and his generations, if you forgive, Yahweh can forgive you too. Because Yahshua said, I'm coming for the sinner, to call sinners to repent from their sin. I'm not coming for the righteous, but for the sinners, for those who are lost, for those who are sick. If you are sick, you need a physician. But who is the physician we're talking about? Yahushua. Lost. When you are lost, go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That means those who are sinned. I'm telling you, go and bring them back to me. We have to forgive. James 2 chapter verse 13. There will be no mercy for those who have not shown mercy to others. But if you have been merciful, Yahweh will be merciful when he judges you. James 2 chapter verse 13. There will be no mercy for those who have not shown mercy to others. But if you have been merciful, Yahweh will be merciful when he judges you. Because judgment without mercy will be shown to anyone who has not been shown mercy. Mercy through triumph over judgment. Mercy triumphs over judgment. What does what mean? Triumph. Mercy triumph over judgment. Mercy. Yahweh, when you have a mercy over you, I mean you have a victory because of triumph. It's when Yahweh have a mercy. That means if you have a mercy upon somebody, and then Yahweh will have a mercy and will triumph on the judgment of Yahweh. When we take the book of Matthew, 18 chapter verse 32, then the master summoned him and declared, you wicked servant, I forgive you and your sin because you begged me. Verse 33, should you have mercy on your fellow servant also, just as I have mercy upon you? Are you understanding what Yahweh said? Matthew 18 chapter verse 32. Then the master summoned him and declared, you wicked servant, I forgive you all your sins because you begged me. Should you have mercy on your fellow servant, just as I have mercy on you? The meaning of that means, if we ask Abba for forgiveness, Abba will forgive us, we must also forgive others who are trespassing against us. Then the angry king sent the man to prison to be tortured until he had paid his entire debt. First John 3 chapter verse 10. So now we can tell who are children of Yahweh and who are the children of the devil. Anyone who does not live righteous and does not love others, believers do not belong to Yahweh. Anyone, listen carefully, my friend. 1 John 3 chapter verse 10. So now we can tell, we can know who are the children of Yahweh and who are the children of the devil. Anyone who do not live righteous and does not love others, believers do not belong to Yahweh. That's only one way we recognize those who love Yahweh is by showing love and mercy to one another. By the children of Yahweh and the children of the devil are obvious. Anyone who does not practice righteousness is not of Yahweh. Nor the one who does not love his brother is not of Yahweh. It's of the devil. That's very pure and simple, my friend. It's a time now for us to know. Anyone who born of Yahweh refuse to practice sin because Yahweh's seed abide in him. He cannot go and sinning because he has been born of Yahweh. Anyone who born of Yahweh cannot keep on sinning. Let me try about sin. People thinking sin is just when you're stealing or when you do anything, killing somebody, they call that sin. No. If you disobey Yahweh command, this is a sin also. It's bigger sin and you kill somebody and you murder somebody and you commit adultery. When you disobey Yahweh words, that's the biggest sin ever can happen in any human life. But people do not understand that. They know in order for you to commit a sin, you have to kill somebody, you have to steal, or you have to commit adultery. No, my friend. By disobeying Yahweh, Adam did not kill nobody, right? But what happened? Till today, 6,000 years, humanity still pay for the consequences for the disobedience of Adam and Eve. So Yahweh will make anybody accountable more when you disobey his word, when you kill somebody. By this, the children of Yahweh and the children of the devil can be distinguished. Anyone who does not practice righteousness is not of Yahweh, nor is anyone who does love his brother. Verse 12, verse 11. This is the message you have heard from the beginning. We should love one another. We should be love one another. The field is the soil, and the good seed represents the son of the kingdom. The weed are the son of the evil one. In order for us to be given up to overcome the evil, we must be born of Yahweh. Because Yahweh is love. If Yahweh is love, love don't have no boundary. Love don't have no wall. Love have no color. Love is blind. But when you took loss, because humanity today confused between love and loss. When we take the book of Romans 8 chapter verse 16, the Spirit of Yahweh himself testifies with our spirit that we are the son or the children of Yahweh. Why? Because we are born of Yahweh. If you are born of Yahweh, if your loved one trespass against you, it is a must. If you don't have that courage, that power to forgive, ask him Yahweh, give you the power, that authority, and to forgive, just like Yahweh has also forgive your trespass. Romans 13 chapter verse 8. Be in debt to no one, except to one another in love. For he who loves his neighbor has fulfilled the law. For the one who loves his neighbor has fulfilled the law. Everything. Love covers everything. If you love Yahweh, you will obey Abba Yahweh. If you love your fellow brothers, you will go do anything to hurt them. Love covers up everything. If you can love your neighbors, you cover all the laws and the prophets. When we take the book of Colossians 2 chapter verse 14, and over all those virtues, put on love, which is the bond of perfect unity. And over all those virtues, put on love, which is the bond of perfect unity. When there is love, there can be no unity. But when there is love, there should be unity. 1 Timothy 1 chapter verse 5. The goal of our instruction and the love that comes from a pure heart and a clear conscience and a sincere faith. The goal of our instructions is the love that comes from a pure heart. You say, I forgive you, honey. You don't say with your lips, but from inside. A clear conscience. When you leave something bother you, my friend, you're going to get anxiety and depressions. Because why? You allow the devil to play with your mind. To make you thinking something happened 3 years, 4 years ago. Every time it makes you turn the clock back, do you know how much you lose in your life? Every time you're going to make a guilt in your mind, in your heart, in order to dominate you, to distract you from pursuit your goal. Don't let this happen. Don't let the devil play into your mind. Tell the devil, you know something? You've been playing my mind for almost 4 years. Now, by the grace and power of Yahweh, I'm not going to let you play with my mind no more for things you already passed. There is a time Yahweh has appointed for everything, my friend. You cannot afford to live for the past. Stop letting the devil to play with you. When the devil play with you, it stop you to fulfill what Yahweh has in reserve for you. It stop you from you to see the lights of Abba, because he always drag you back to the darkness, because he want to keep you in bondage in order to do his will. That's why you always try to put a guilt in your conscience. You cannot get a clear conscience. Your heart never be pure. You always be anxieties. You always be depressed because what was happened 4 years ago. Why you have to live your life with the past? Let's look for the future. Past is the past. That's why I always say, in the time of ignorance, you overlook, now commend. Because the past is already the past. And the past, Abba will overlook, now commend. Yahweh don't live for the future. When you drive, you keep on looking forward, you're not in back of the view mirror. Because that's distractions. Because if you are a sheep, where is the shepherd supposed to be? On the front of you. But if you keep on looking back, when you are a sheep, you should be follow your shepherd. You keep on looking back. That means you don't follow the sheep, the shepherd. You follow the devil, because the devil is always going to be behind you to call you, hey, 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 distract you. That's why we have to be very careful. Because if Abba Yahweh have a mercy upon you, it is a must also to forgive those who are transgressed against you, because Abba Yahweh loved it. 1 John 2 chapter verse 9. If anyone claims to be in the light, but hates his brother, he is still in the darkness. If anyone say he's on the light when he hates his brother, hates means when the person doing something wrong to you, actions, not bodily. Because Abba Yahweh never hated but the actions. If anyone claims to be the light, but hates his brother, is still in the darkness. And this is all you know, the children manifest and the children of the devil, whoever does not righteous is not of Yahweh, rather he is love, not his brother. 1 John 5 chapter verse 2 is what he says, my friend. By this we know that we love the children of Yahweh when we love Yahweh. By these we know we love the children of Yahweh when we love Yahweh. If you don't love Yahweh, the children of Yahweh, how can you love Yahweh? If you see me, you don't love me. And you don't see Yahweh, how can you love Yahweh when you don't see Yahweh? My friend, When we take the book of Luke 6 chapter verse 35, but love your enemy, do good to them, and lend them without expecting to get anything back. Then your reward will be great, and you will be children of the Most High, because Yahweh is kind to the ungrateful and wicked. Yahweh is kind for the ungrateful and wicked. If Abba Yahweh is kind for the wicked, for ungrateful, we are ungrateful, we never satisfied. But Abba Yahweh always felt his strength in order to have mercy upon us. But why today we cannot imitate Messiah Yeshua? As Romans 8 chapter verse 16 says, the Spirit of Yahweh himself testify with our spirit that we are Yahweh's children. If you are Yahweh's children, we cannot let the devil play with your mind. That's the reason why Messiah Yeshua asked, no matter what was happening in Messiah Yeshua's life, Messiah Yeshua said, Father, forgive them, because they do not know what they're doing. As a former sinner, I was a sinner, because I did not know what I was doing. But Abba Yahweh have the power and authority to forgive my sin. And he chose me as a righteous to do his will, to preach it. It's not because I was good, it's not because some work I was doing. That's why Abba Yahweh say, I will have a compassion to whom I choose to have a compassion. And I will have a mercy to whom I choose to have a compassion. Messiah Yeshua said, blessed are the merciful, for they will show mercy. Why Messiah Yeshua would say, blessed are the merciful? Because Yahweh, if you show merciful to a fellow humans, Abba Yahweh love that. Because he said to love one another as he loved us. It's a comparison. As I'm commanding you, not a choice. I'm commanding you to love one another as I love you. My friend, if I was not Yahweh's spirit in my life, today I would never have spoken to my daughter or to my son or to my wife. Because when I was in need in my life, they was not there for me. Not even a phone call. 7 years. Not 7 days or 7 hours or 7 weeks or 7 months. Talk about 7 long years. Nobody ever pick up the phone and say, hey, Dad, how you doing? Or Daniel, how you doing? But Yahweh was giving me power and authority to say, I forgive you. Just like Messiah Yeshua. When he was thirsty, he tested them to see the heart, the mind, if there's a change. After everything they do to him, beat him up, slap him, punch him, mistreated him, he tried to test them to see if they have a change of mind, change of heart. That's why he said, I'm thirsty. That was a test. To see at least if they have a changed mind. But they don't. Instead of they give him water, they give him what? Vinegar. That's why he said, Father, forgive them, because they do not know what they are doing. But Messiah Yeshua said, Father, forgive those who know what they are doing, but forgive those who are not know what they are doing. Why? The same way today humanity has been victimized by so-called religions for almost 2,000 years of religion deception. For many rabbis and pastors and ministers know to be the truth, but I refuse to teach them as we come to more out understanding the power of forgiveness. I take an example from my family, number 1. Number 2, from my nephew. They gone down because he was went to see his son. He was to commit any crime. This is a crime to go see your son. I don't think that was his crime. And Sabbath morning, he gone down. Why? Because there's no love, no compassion in the sky people. And after a few years, in 2015, my grandnephew gone down with 21 bullets, 12 years old. 12 years old. 21 bullets, almost close to his grandmother where he should be gone. They make sure they stop him. They make sure they retaliate him. But when I went to the crime scene, I will give me the power, the authority. Just like I told my son and my daughter, my wife, I forgive you. There's the people say, what kind of man you are? After all those things they done to you, and I say, of course, I will give me that power. So I use it. That's the same thing. When I go to the crime scene, you get to preach. I was not preaching hatred. I was not preaching about retaliations. I was not preaching about with anger. I was preaching with love, passions, and mercy. Even the officials who was on the crime scene, they come in, they embrace me. They say, I hope there's one more leader like you. You have your own blood come down. Instead of for you to preach with anger, hatred, you preach about love and unity. Because of the love of Yahweh. My friend, it was not easy for Messiah Yeshua. It's not easy for me to deal with like the circumstances, like the obstacles. Sometimes we have to know in the good times and the bad times. That's why we have to pray Yahweh in season and without a season. Sometimes you can see the sea is very calm. But when the sea is coming calm, you enjoy it. About when the wave is coming. When the wave is coming, you have to run from the waves. No. You have to face it. Just like when the wave is calm, you enjoy it. When the wave is coming to you, you get to know also or to embrace the wave. My friend, love is love. Love has no boundary. Love is not dishonor others. Love is not self-seeking. Love is not easily irritable. Love is not keep on wrong records. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoice with justice. Love never give up. Love never failed. Love always hopeful. Love always be perfect and endure to every circumstances. Every circumstances. Not some, but every. Bad time and good times. So you recognize a good friend in the bad times. You recognize the one who loves you on the bad time. Abawi sometimes can put you to test. To make things happen. In order to see if you follow his commandments. Circumstances that will make them happen sometime. Sickness, disease, in order to test you. Just like Messiah was test those people after they beat him, after they do everything to they crucify him. He said, I'm thirsty. They don't change. He said, Father, forgive them because they do not know what they are doing. If one make a mistake, my friend, you must forgive that person. Okay. My friend, I will pray Yahweh for you. For Yahweh to give you a new heart, a new spirit, a new mind. Remove the heart of the stone. Just like King David was of the power and authority, I will granted him that. I will ask Abba to grant it you. To remove the stone of the heart, the mind, and give you a flesh mind. To renew your mind, to refresh your mind, and to born again of Yahweh, and for the devil to stop by playing into your mind. My friend, my request go before Yahweh Yahweh for you. May Yahweh bless you and keep you. May Yahweh keep his face shine upon you, be gracious to you. May Yahweh lift his countenance upon you and give you peace, give you a new mind, a new heart, give you a new spirit, and you can have the power to forgive those who trespass against you. I am Messenger Daniel. Until next time, say Shalom Aleichem. Peace being today.
It wasn't just sad sight to see two lovers in enmity. Don't let the sunset turn your anger. Forgive and remember no longer. Don't let the root of bitterness come between us. Don't let the root of bitterness defeat us. It's just one small step, one giant